Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Jeremy, founder of quickmail.com.
Hey, it's Jack from. That's not how we usually start.
Didn't I?
No,
What did I say different?
no, it's me. It's me.
Oh,
This is
you!
Jack, Chief Lead Generation Officer at salesforce.com. I'm getting
Nice.
tongue-tied here because today we've got another teardown.
Teardown. But a special
Teardown.
one, right? It's a LinkedIn teardown.
That's right. LinkedIn message teardowns, and we're including for at least one of them the connection request and 4 follow-ups. So it's kind of the whole shebang, if you will. And I feel like we're both going to find serious damning flaws, but also a couple things that are worth making note of if you're doing
Yeah,
some
plus
cold outreach.
we'll share whatever we think could be done better, right? So hopefully, you guys can also benefit from this.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I think I'll just say one thing because we always blank out the names, but for the first time, I'm just going to say while the names are still blanked out, I had a chance to check out both of the companies that we're going to be reviewing, and they're legit. Like they're doing, call it 7 figures. They're already winning, but let's keep that in mind as we review what's going on here. So,
Well, sometimes, people become complacent where they're winning. So, but we'll see.
fair point. Fair point. Okay. Well, before I do a screen share, first let's hear from our sponsors because Jeremy, this is
I know.
always the case.
It's
This is the
always the
case.
case.
Most B2B companies either lack the time or the expertise to turn your cold prospects into warm sales qualified leads. That's why at SalesBrett, my goodness, that's why
What's happening to you today?
I have no idea. It's like there's a full moon or something.
That's right.
At SalesBrett, we're going to bring you 1 lead a day. Yeah, how does that sound? Just go to salesbrett.com. Help me out, Jeremy.
I share the pain because it happens at every episode for me. Anyway, so if you want to do to have like a great cold outreach platform, one that scales, one that is reliable with amazing support, just head over to quickmail.com and give it a go. Try start a trial.
Love it. Well, Jeremy, that's good advice and a good intro to kick this off. You want to throw on some 10-minute timer action?
Yes,
I'll go
let's
ahead and
do
share
it.
my screen with you now. Okay. This is a surprise to you, Jeremy, but somebody wants to get on our podcast via cold email. So let's see. Let's
It's
see
been a
how
long
that
time
goes.
since we had a guest on our
No,
podcast. So
we're just hard to reach. Let's see if this message reached us. Okay. And by the
all
way,
right.
this one here is an in-mail message. Yes.
Oh,
Because it's got a subject, right? And that subject is catching up. Jack, are
okay.
you looking for a unique podcast guest? Maybe. I'd love to catch up sometime and see what you are working on these days. Here's my calendar link if you have some time to connect over the next week. Equal sign, greater than Calendly. Okay. Also, I wanted to let you know I am dedicated to helping individuals and organizations understand the value and importance of emotional intelligence. If you are interested in hearing more about it, just respond yes, and I can get you some details. Take care, fake name, whatever, fake newsletter, fake signature. Okay.
Wow.
So,
The start is
yeah.
actually pretty strong. What do you think of it, Jack? I'm curious. How did that make you feel?
Okay. I like the tone. I wanted to read the next sentence after unique podcast guest.
Yep. Same.
But here's where I'm going to strike this individual down. While I like the tone, why is the Calendly link there as opposed to finishing the message, right? Like very conversational, but I felt like I wasn't ready to book anything with that information. Maybe that's the point though. Maybe it's this Dan Martell approach where it's like so informal, you're crazy to not be on the inside already. Like, are you really going to not grab a time? I don't even have to explain this. It's so good. It would have been cool to see a little more social proof before the Calendly link. What do you got?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think it's like And then they lost me as also, I wanted to let you know, is like, what are we talking about? Like, you'd love to catch up. You want to, talk about a unique podcast, or you want to help me as under my organization. Like, there's too much going on here. I do like the tone. This is definitely the type of tone that I would use. And it's always a tricky one. And how would you actually reconcile that? Is, one of our guideline, I would say, is always to have like just one question mark per email or per message.
In theory, that matches. There's only one question mark here.
Yeah, that's true.
But I know actually. What you're saying though is there's 2 calls to action.
Yeah.
Want a guest here? Actually, there's 3. You need a unique guest. You want a Calendly link, or respond yes, and I'll get you details. So, while I bet this still kind of works, it could be improved by paring it down and focusing just on one ask.
How about like we're talking about the LinkedIn, approach. How about just a one-liner? Jack, are you looking for a unique podcast guest? ? That's it.
Okay, fine. But then that signature has better dazzle me. Or maybe there's a link there that I follow, or if you really want to make it a little
Agree.
tough,
so you have like, Jack, are you looking for a unique podcast guest? This guy's been an
author, number 1 New York Times bestselling author.
This guy's has a massive audience. He can bring it also to your show. Whatever is like what's in it for me, and then that's it.
That would be cool,
right? It's like, why are we like turning around the pot? Like, do you want to catch up for what? For talking about like?
Ooh, that's interesting.
It's kind of weird.
That's really cool. Okay, and frankly, that's probably going to be the best suggestion on this touch. I'm not going to be able to top that. So if you're listening and you happen to be in a place where you've got enough social proof to win most people over,
show it
with that itself, show it, but try that one-liner, like Jeremy said, like, name, are you looking for unique podcast guests, and then signature. But that's pretty brave. I'm
thinking like it could actually be not them, but actually someone else. Like, hey, I got an idea for you on the show. Are you looking, for a unique podcast guest? I actually perceive it like that, not like someone trying to put himself. So that's why I was like expecting the next line to be something like, this guy actually, I don't know, like went on 3 different continents, like doing, war or whatever type of like unique story here. That's what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting the guy to actually sell himself.
Good point. Okay,
that's weird to me, but yeah, fine.
I've got one
definitely not humble.
I might have tried, and then we got to move on here, but it probably would be something close to this. Let me try it on you, Jeremy. Saying,
right, please.
Jeremy, are you looking for a podcast guest with unique data points on the cold email space they could share? ? We've been running and sending 14 million cold emails, and it might be fun to share lessons learned with your audience. Worth a chat? ? You're done. Right. So the difference, and I'm cherry picking because I know what's fun on our show, but I kind of want to make it really clear where this person's expertise fits in with our audience's interest. And that's all I got. You good if we move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Here's the follow-up. Hey, Jack.
So you didn't reply to this one, right?
No. Hey, Jack. During this past year, I've been a guest on nearly 100 podcasts discussing the value and importance of emotional intelligence. It would be great to be on your show. Okay, we can do this in 30 seconds. But what would you have liked to read instead of it would be great to be on your show? What would have been much better here? In fact, you can check out the link with me and Gary Vay talking about sales and marketing for B2B companies. Then I'm in. Like,
I mean, I'm sure if out of 100 podcasts, if you don't have one that stands out, it's like, what the heck are you talking about?
Which is to say that we're advising, don't just lean on the 100 podcast number, maybe get granular and also back that up with a link to your best, right?
Yeah. Another cool thing that could actually emphasize that as well is the time frame. Like, I've been on nearly 100 podcasts this year alone. I was like, ooh,
Like emphasize. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
interesting.
And actually, and whatever. But that's bad. And you were right. He was trying to sell himself. So I think like already it's a turn off for me. Like, are you trying to look
Okay.
for a unique guest like me? Like what?
Oh, that's so
Anyway,
funny. You're
you see
right
what I
about
mean?
that. But
Yeah.
all right, full circle. I'm pretty sure some version of this outreach maybe got half of the podcast landings, right? Let's say half of
Yeah.
them are referral, right? So there's something here. Let's move on, but we're going to
Yeah.
completely switch gears. Now imagine, Jeremy, you're in the world of marketing consulting. Business consulting is probably more like it. You're a
Right.
business consultant. And let's see how this, again, I checked him out. He's doing
Legit.
good things, legit, whatever. Let's see how it looks. The invite message, all
So
lowercase, no
two
name.
email fails, sent you a connection request.
And right, so completely different campaign. This one started with an invite.
It's a different person.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
my bad. Okay, let's do
Okay,
it.
cool. So the invite reads, and if you're watching my screen, you're wondering why it's at the bottom. I'm just trying to like not show all of it.
Hide.
So
Yeah.
don't hate me. Yeah.
We will
It
guess
says,
it.
saw sales spread online, and we're both in the LinkedIn business group too. Thought I'd connect to see if there's anyone in my network that could help you scale up if you're open to it. Spelled wrong. ITT question mark. Okay.
Right.
You're scratching your head, Jeremy.
Yeah, because it's kind of awkward. It's like, hey, we're in the same group. Can I sell to you? It's what it means. So it's kind of like odd, as at least I would say as a connection request.
I
Because
wanted to point out
I know I'm going to be
one.
sold, and it's like it doesn't necessarily have a good
Really?
reason for it.
So tell
Really?
me here, check it out. Thought I'd connect to see if there's anyone in my network that could help you scale up. Really? I thought that was like, okay, so he's kind of playing the intro game. Maybe. I didn't see this as like a
I
pitch.
see. I may have actually misread it or misheard it.
You want to
Okay.
give
Okay, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he basically
connection.
wants. Okay, fine.
All right.
I don't trust him, but fine.
All right, we're skeptical. That's cool.
That's right.
Follow-up one, no personalization. Says, hey Jack, I'm guessing that's a yes, but didn't get a chance to respond. Question mark. Lol.
I do like
What?
that actually. Like I'm guessing that whatever because you obviously just accepted without responding. I like it
Right.
actually. It's
Okay.
acknowledging it while being humorous. The law is not needed, right?
Good point. Actually, how would it read without it? I don't know.
Maybe a smiley face.
Yeah, there you go. What you're currently focusing on in your business these days. That's it. That's literally it. And I didn't reply. And I think here's what's interesting. This probably gets a decent reply rate, Jeremy. But you're going to have to work to transition that over to a sales call just because there's no context right now. That's my
It's a
my
very
point.
important point, I think. It's not just about extending your network. You could add lots of people into your network without necessarily, creating any sales. That's a very good point.
Let's check out the next one. All right. It says, guessing there's too much to share. I know being a founder can be challenging. I've heard from many of our clients saying they feel like butter spread over too much bread. Bread emoji. Never enough time to get everything done. No, sure if you can relate, question mark. Do let me know when you have a moment what you're focusing on, and I'll see if I know anyone who can help. Smiley face.
Whoa. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, kind of a little bait and switchy, right? I mean,
the guess there is too much to share. It's like that makes me cringe already because okay, the first one was like quite enough nice, like hey, I'm guessing it's a yes, but we all know no one likes to reply, on connection invites. Okay, I get it. Okay, fine. So, you got your stuff, but then it's basically like, hey, I'm still waiting for my reply, and that I think is
so that's good feedback. So let's say we slice that out, and it just says, I know being a founder can be challenging, and this one like,
too. And it becomes just, hey, I've heard many of my clients say that whatever. I think that will read much better.
Nice. Okay, so we're keeping the pain point, which I also agree is valuable. Just you're trying to get founders that feel like they're spread too thin. And then they ask, do let me know when you have a moment what you're focusing on. I'll see if I know anyone who can help. I mean, I got to hand it to the person here. I thought that was, now with your edit, Jeremy,
Yeah.
I think this is like very kind. Granted, it's
Agree.
going to be hard to sell me because I don't know where this fits into a sales path, but probably respond like, but here's, I think, where this person did a good job, where though this is automated, I'm nearly certain.
I don't know what makes you think that.
It feels like they sent it from their smartphone. There's typos and like saying "ya" instead of "you." If anything, it feels like a direct one-to-one tone, and so I'm going to give a point for that. And with your edit, frankly, not bad. Even though there's no personalization, which is kind of crazy. Do you agree, or am I a little bit alone here?
Yeah, I wonder even like, do you have a moment, it's like you could just say like, is anything I can help you with or someone in my network can help you with? That's cool. But again, like you're saying, like it's difficult to spin it into like, hey, let me sell you something. So I'm not quite sure.
Here we go.
We have the next.
Just wait a moment.
Nice.
Just wait a moment. You ready to get it? You ready to get a pitch,
Jeremy? Yeah, we're over the 10 minutes, but I think it's worth it.
Okay,
let's do it.
There it is. All right, my friend. It says, I know you're busy, Jack, and not sure if you checked out what we do, but here's a quick example of John, who we help. This is my formatting, whatever, imagine this. John, who we help scale from 10 pounds a month, or 10K pounds a month to 50 in 3 months. You can check out his story here with the YouTube link. Do let me know if it resonates, and if you're open to having a convo, no punctuation. Keep crushing it either way with sales bread. Cool glasses emoji. Right.
Slimy.
You need a CTA, right? Let me know if it resonates and you're open to having a combo. Is passive. Would have been cooler if it said, does this resonate? Question mark, or are you open?
I'm expecting the next one to really be like, did you watch my YouTube video?
Or
I know you're busy. Did you watch my YouTube video?
Right. Anything that you saw or wanted to see that would have made this better, Jeremy?
I think it's more like the strategy of the whole flow of the thing. I would say that sounds like kind of weirdo. What
meaning? Let me help you out. Is there someone you want to intro to? And then boom, I'm about to say, that's why. Look,
I want to help you. How are you doing? Bam, here's my sale. It's just weird.
So there's a finesse. Not going to say an art form because it's not, but a balance between starting this conversation with the prospect in mind and being transparent with what your interests are.
Yeah, I would have loved to see a full transparency or full disclosure. By the way, I'm helping people, but I'm happy to just have a normal conversation.
Look at that.
Those sort of things will be going a long way, I think.
All right, we got one more, but great points. Nothing to add. Look how it ends. Just confirming if you run your LinkedIn or if it's run by a team member, question mark.
That's an interesting one.
And what we always see on a teardown is, are you the person responsible for marketing at SalesSpread?
I see.
They
didn't
do that.
Change.
Yeah, they didn't do that.
That's
funny. It's not even the LinkedIn thing. It truly isn't. It's like, hello, is this profile monitored by you or a team?
By the way,
it's like it's saying if your LinkedIn is run by you or a team member. I don't know. This feels like, okay, 1 point awarded for a totally different tack, if nothing else worked before, true. Right? But there's just not enough context. And when it was presented, it was hard. Like kind of a service purchase intent conversation, which I don't think is appropriate.
I think the writer has ADHD or whatever, that he can't actually just stay on one straight train of thoughts. And it seems like they seem like all so disconnected from each other. That's pretty weird to me.
You're not wrong.
Maybe one works, but it's just like right on left everywhere. There's no real, line
theme.
I can follow and understand. I don't know.
So let's wrap with this thought. If you struggle with writing messages that feel conversational, maybe you're too used to marketese or like proper business writing, and you're just trying to figure out how do you sound more one-to-one. It's a great example. I mean, I don't even know. What's interesting is we didn't say, oh, there's a typo, that's bad. Keep it, whatever. It's not going to make or break the thing, but great tone. Let's get some more transparency as a first improvement. Anything else on your side?
Yeah, I'd like a story. Like I really would like to be taken through, each of those ones. Like, it's like
what?
an onion layer, right? When you're peeling the onion, you don't have under like, oh, it's an orange now. And you peel and it's like, oh, it's a peach. It's like, no, it's an onion. It's just different layer of the same onion. You know what I mean? And
Are
to
you
me, it feels
saying,
like it's like so odd. Like all those different messages. Like they could have like a really nice theme to it. It's like, hey Jay, I'd like to connect, and see, if anyone in my network could help you out. Full disclosure, or like I happen to also help people, as a sort of like follow-up.
wait. Hey, I wanted to connect, see if there's anyone in my network that could help you out. I know as a
Founder
fellow
myself.
founder,
Yeah.
I need all the help, hands on deck that I can get. Feel free to use me as a resource. Or if you're interested in growth, there's a cool YouTube thing here I made. Next one,
Nice.
Right. I'm not even gonna do the next one. Let's end on that. If you made it this far, right, stop me if you want to add something, because I don't want to cut you off.
No, I think it's great. I think it's perfect. And I see the next stage is, effectively like, hey, I also do one-on-one consultation, if you prefer or whatever, like, but at least have a theme that runs through. And then here was just like, I'm trying this. Oh, it doesn't work. Let me try that. Oh, it doesn't work. Let me try that. But it was like completely different type of thing. So I found that a bit odd, hard to follow.
Right, well, if you don't want hard to follow cold emails or even LinkedIn messages for that matter, head over to course.quickmail.io. It's the podcast, but in a format that allows you to say, okay, great guys, I'm not ready to listen to months and 350 plus odd episodes. Just sit down and tell me what I need to know to sell like the best agencies out there. We put in a nice risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. So if it really doesn't rock your world in a good way and improve your response rate, you don't pay anything for it. So do yourself a favor if you're trying to increase sales and more sales qualified leads, more appointments, check out course.quickmail.io. See us there. And thanks for the Teardown cast, Jeremy.
Thanks, Jack. Awesome. Thanks for bringing this LinkedIn thing that will prevent me from sleeping now because my wheels are turning. It's annoying.
Good. Love it. All right. See you next time.
All right. Bye.